Welcome to the What's Next podcast, only on Spotify and YouTube.
All right, fight fans, buckle up. We're diving deep into UFC 311.
Deeper than a double leg takedown.
Yeah, exactly. And look, we're going straight to the source.
Dana White's post-fight press conference.
Right. Goldmine of insights, reactions, and hey, maybe even some hints about what's next.
Absolutely. And this event was a wild one.
Oh man, where do we even start? Last-minute changes, record-breaking performances.
And the energy in that arena, electric. Sold out.
Broke some records there too.
Revenue through the roof. Even exceeded budget expectations.
See? Told ya. UFC always adapts, always delivers.
Speaking of delivering, Islam Makhachev
Stepped up huge on short notice.
dominated.
Yeah, dominated's an understatement, I
But
think.
Dana White didn't mince words.
Called him pound for pound best in the world.
Straight up. That's a statement.
Bold statement, especially in a division packed with legends.
No doubt. And puts a massive target on Islam's back.
Everyone's going to be gunning for him now.
15 wins in a row, though. Think about that.
Yeah, only Anderson Silva's legendary run comes close.
So this just adds fuel to the fire of Islam's legacy.
Definitely. Makes you wonder, though, will we see more title defenses from him?
Dana hinted at maybe shifting how they approach title defenses, especially for dominant champs.
Interesting. Now, on a less celebratory note, Arman Tsarukyan.
Big disappointment for fans who were pumped to see him fight.
What happened there, Jirín?
Yep. And, Dana White, he's got a zero tolerance policy on fighting hurt.
Rightfully so, fighter safety first. But man, tough break for Tsarukyan, especially this title aspirations.
Yeah, it seems he's got work to do to earn another shot, based on what Dana said.
Okay, well, let's shift gears to something a little more upbeat. Morab Dvalishvili's performance.
Absolute clinic. That pace, that output, unreal.
He was like a machine out there. And he broke Georges St. Pierre's all-time takedown record.
Talk about a statement. Even Dana was blown away by his stamina, especially in the 5th round.
Dana actually said Dvalishvili is a unique challenge for the whole Bantamweight division.
Who can match that style? Who can keep up?
Exactly. All right, let's take a quick timeout for a huge shout-out to Craig Pelian.
The Ultimate Fighter Mastermind Hall of Fame induction, well-deserved.
Perfect timing, too. 20th anniversary of the show just passed.
Can't overstate its impact. Brought MMA into the mainstream.
Absolutely paved the way for everything we see today.
And speaking of the Ultimate Fighter new season coming up, coaches DC and Chael Sonnen.
Oh, man, that's going to be must-see TV, those two together. Fireworks.
Both masters of the game, inside and outside the octagon.
All right, so much to unpack still. Let's hit some rapid-fire key takeaways. Rumblings about a potential third fight between Alex Pereira and Jiří Procházka.
Oh, I'd pay good money to see that.
And Dana's seriously eyeing Patricio Pitbull Freire, former Bellator and PFL champ.
Now that would shake things up.
Throw in the potential Aaron Pico signing. Things are heating up.
Dana pretty much confirmed Khamzat Chimaev is next for a middleweight title shot, too.
Okay, seriously, buckle up, folks. This is just the tip of the iceberg.
Oh, we're just getting started. This deep dive's got a lot more ground to cover.
Stick with us, fight fans. We're coming right back with more analysis and insights from Dana White's presser. Welcome back to the deep dive. We're still knee-deep in Dana White's post-fight press conference.
And it's a treasure trove of info, let me tell you.
Okay, so we just touched on this whole boxing at the Apex thing.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Hosting boxing in an MMA mecca, kind of wild, right?
Definitely a bold move. Could be a brilliant business play, though.
Utilizing the infrastructure they already have at the Apex.
Makes sense from that perspective.
But it also could be a sign of something bigger.
Like what?
UFC branching out, becoming a powerhouse in combat sports overall, not just MMA.
Interesting. Imagine the crossover potential.
Exactly. Attract a whole new audience.
Maybe even co-promote events with boxing promotions.
Now you're talking, that would change the game.
Big-time fighter pay exposure, the whole landscape shift.
Okay, let's rewind a bit, though. Back to those UFC rankings changes.
Right, AI and data-driven analysis.
Big words. What does that actually mean for fighters?
Well, the current system, it's been criticized for being too subjective.
Human opinions deciding who's top dog.
Exactly. And opinions can be swayed,
So AI comes in and analyzes everything more objectively.
Right. Think about it. Striking accuracy, takedown defense, even the quality of opponents.
Taking a deeper dive into a fighter's whole skill set.
Precisely. It's not just about who you beat, but how you beat them.
Does this mean a more accurate picture of where fighters stand?
That's the hope. And potentially fairer title shots.
Leveling the playing field.
Exactly. There's bound to be pushback, though.
Oh, yeah, fighters who benefited from the old system.
Change is always tough, especially in such a competitive world.
But if it makes things fairer in the long run, I think it's a good thing.
Agreed. All right, speaking of shaking things up, Morab Dvalishvili.
Dude was an animal out there. Relentless.
Broke records, too, don't forget.
Georges St. Pierre's takedown record? That's insane.
And Dana was even impressed by his stamina.
Especially in those later rounds. He just doesn't stop.
It's the combo of pace and technique that makes him so dangerous.
He doesn't just wear you down. He breaks you down.
So the question is, who can stop him?
Right. Who can match that output, that pressure?
That's the puzzle the whole Bantamweight division has to solve now.
He's through a real wrench in things.
For sure. Now on the other end of the spectrum, Arman Tsarukyan.
Man, tough break with that injury.
Yeah, disappointing for him and the fans.
Dana was clear, though. No fighting hurt.
Fighter safety's paramount. Can't argue with that.
But where does this leave Tsarukyan? How does he bounce back?
It's a setback, no doubt. He'll need to focus on recovery.
But he's young, he's talented.
I'm sure we'll see him back stronger than ever.
Hopefully sooner rather than later.
Okay.
Okay, let's talk about the champ Islam Makhachev.
Solidified his spot at the top.
15 wins in a row. Dana even called him the best lightweight in UFC history.
Bold statement. Some might disagree.
Oh, for sure. But you can't deny his dominance.
He's in the conversation with the all-time greats now.
Does that add pressure, though?
Absolutely. Yeah. Now he's got to live up to those expectations.
Recognition and pressure. Two sides of the same coin.
Exactly. All right, I've got one more round left in this deep dive.
Stick with us, fight fans. We're about to uncover even more from Dana White's presser. And we're back. Final round of our UFC 311 deep dive, still breaking down Dana White's press conference.
Like a championship fight. It all comes down to this.
Couldn't have said it better myself. So remember that potential Beneil Dariush versus Grant Dawson matchup we talked about?
Oh, yeah. That one's got fireworks written all over it.
Stylistically, it's a great fight. Dariush, the veteran, Dawson, the rising star.
Dawson's grappling is something else, though.
No doubt. And with the lightweight division so stacked, this fight has huge title implications.
Speaking of title implications, Dana kind of hinted at Alex Pereira maybe moving back to light heavyweight.
Third fight against Jiří Procházka.
Come on. Who wouldn't want to see that?
Their first two fights were insane.
Absolute wars.
Oh, yeah.
Pereira's power, Procházka's unpredictability.
Instant classic. And then there's Pitbull Frere.
Dana's definitely interested in bringing him over from Bellator.
The guy's a legend. Championships in Bellator and the PFL.
He'd shake up the featherweight division for sure.
Imagine him against Volkanovski or Holloway.
Oh, man. The possibilities are endless. And then we have Aaron Pico.
Another potential signing, young prospect with a ton of upside.
He's explosive. Tons of potential.
Be interesting to see how he'd do in the UFC's lightweight division.
Sink or swim time.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of big moves, Dana pretty much confirmed Khamzat Chimaev's getting the next middleweight title shot.
Chimaev's been a monster since he stepped in the octagon.
He's looking to make a statement.
And Adesanya's the guy to do it against.
Talk about a dream matchup. Okay, let's circle back to the rankings changes, though. This AI thing.
Yeah, it's a big shift.
Incorporating all that data-driven analysis, do you think it's the right move?
I think it's a step in the right direction.
More objective, less reliance on just human opinion.
Exactly. The current system's always been controversial.
So AI could potentially clear up some of those disputes.
Hopefully, it can at least paint a clearer picture of where fighters stand.
Make things a little more fair. Maybe even help identify rising stars.
Potentially. We'll see how it all plays out, though.
All right, last but not least, remember those rumors about a UFC boxing league?
Yeah, Dana put those to rest.
But he did say there might be boxing events at the Apex.
Now that's intriguing.
Is it a way to diversify? To attract a new audience?
Or just a way to maximize the use of their facilities?
Lots of questions.
It's a bold move, though, that's for sure.
Imagine boxing and UFC events all under one roof.
It would be a game changer for combat sports.
So there you have it, folks. UFC 311 action drama and a glimpse into the future.
Dominant performances, record-breaking moments, potential rule changes, even a little boxing talk.
The UFC's not slowing down anytime soon.
And with so many possibilities on the horizon, it's an exciting time to be an MMA fan.
Absolutely. So what stood out to you the most from all this? What are your predictions?
It's the sheer amount of change that's coming. The UFC's at a crossroads.
A new era is upon us, and it's going to be wild.
Couldn't agree more.
Well, that's all the time we have for this deep dive. Thanks for joining us.
We'll catch you next time.
Make sure to share your thoughts with us on social media. Keep the conversation going.
Thanks for watching to our podcast. Don't forget to subscribe. What's next?